about to get started. You can see that the players are getting set up on tables 1 and 2. We got 2 of the final, the top 8 games. There's 4 left, right? Because 8 divided by 2 is 4. You guys can math. You guys get it. So we're going to be right here. We're switching back and forth between 2 games. Most of the time, we're going to have picture-in-picture of the other one the entire time. For our premier game, our primetime game, we are going to have Daniel Taylor versus Jonathan Cook there. It looks like Darren and Duncan are going to be commentating on table 1. This is going to be Mitchell Rabb with those quad Star Vipers and Kalen Wong. That'll be our secondary table, but again, basically every planning phase we're going to flip over and talk to them. So there's going to be a lot more interaction with the secondary table because there's, a secondary table, there's no tertiary table. So we'll be able to do that. And I think we'll have enough time to go ahead and probably do stream polls on both of them if we have time. But Mitchell and Kalen are already getting set up. That's good. Daniel and Jonathan looking at lists. Right now, looking at the national, people are always very, very nationalistic. People are like, I want to know who's left. So on the FFG live stream, we have Alex Farley of the United States versus Paul Olsen of the United States. On our table, on Gold Squadron table 1, we have Kalen Wong of Canada versus Mitch Rabb of the United States. Here on Gold Squadron table 2, we have Jonathan, who is of Team Netherlands, I believe. Fun. Netherlands? He's Jonathan's from Netherlands? From the Netherlands. Just double checking. Just double checking. And then we have Daniel Taylor of the United States out of the Seattle area. And then on the X-Wing Junkies stream right now, we have Oliver Pocknell of England versus Bartosz of Poland. So we got a lot of diversity in there. We do have 4 guys out of the United States in there of the top 8. It's actually pretty strong representation compared to other years. The United States has not won a world championship in 4 years, something like that. So we'll see, but there are some amazing players here. I know you guys are rooting for them, so let's go ahead. We're going to be jumping in. Let's go ahead and take care of the list. Let's look at what we got here so you know what we're doing. So on table 1, which will be our secondary game, we got Mitch Rabb with those 4 Black Sun Assassins, all of them with crack shot, absolutely devastating with their bendy barrel rolls, very good. And we have Kalen Wong of the Resistance with that secret tech that GA97 wasn't super prominent in that last game, but still pretty solid. Then on our other table, which will be our main table, we got Daniel Taylor flying a list pretty similar to what we actually saw him playing in the Seattle System Open when I was over there. And we got Wedge Antilles. You got some Rebel beef, basically. You got Wedge Antilles with crack shot. Braylon Strom with crack shot. Jake Farrell with crack shot, doing the passing around some focus tokens. And 2 Z95s. You got Lieutenant Blount with crack shot and the Bandit Squadron pilot. And then Jonathan Koch on the right side with a 2-ship list. Boba Fett and Fen Rao. We're going to go ahead and send it over to our table 2. Our commentators for this are Chris and Chris. So this is Chris Allen of the Carolina Not Gonna Be a Crate on this cast. Allen and Chris Norris of one of the 2 cities. I always get Portland and Seattle confused. Which one is it? Seattle. There it is. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and cut to them.
And welcome back, everyone, to X-Wing World Championship Top 8, the final 8 players. You're watching Gold Squadron Podcast. I'm so excited again. Huge stakes on the line here. Just a few rounds left before we crown a new world championship. Daniel Taylor, Jonathan Koch. And just a reminder, if you're just joining in on us, we're sponsored by Curl Paul Creators for this week. We've had content now for 4 straight days. Use the promo code WORLDS2019 for 15% off your order. These 2 players are going to be using tokens from there the entire game. So if you need new tokens, if you want the best tokens, go to curlpawcreatives.com. I'm going to go ahead and pass it off for the next 75 minutes to Chris. And Chris here. Chris, why don't you lead us in?
All right. So it looks like we got Daniel Taylor flying a Rebel Efficiency. You don't see the typical U-Wing or the Leia that you typically see with Rebels, but it looks like he's mixed it up. We got Wedge with Crackshot and S-Foils, Braylon with Crackshot and Jamming Beam, Jake with Crackshot, Blount with Crackshot, and a Bandit. And then there's also Jonathan from the Netherlands. He's flying Fenrau with Crackshot and Boba Fett with Fearless, Jamming Beam, Darth Maul, Proximity Mines, a hull upgrade, and Slave 1. So immediately, looking at this, Jonathan's got to be worried about all those arcs that Daniel can cast out there. And especially with Wedge, able to reduce Boba's agility. Like, the rerolls don't matter if he's...
When you only roll 1 die, you can only get 1 of 8, no matter how hard you try.
It's true.
Also, I've been practicing. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, this is, I have to say, not the matchup I expected to be in the top 8. It's pretty cool to see.
This kind of came out of nowhere. Daniel Taylor flew Rebel Beef in the Seattle System Open, the kind of classic Leia Wedge Braylon that you used to see with Denim. So I wasn't sure what he was going to be flying at Worlds, but this is kind of an interesting pivot. And I think it's doing much better than, I mean, I would look at that on paper and I wouldn't expect it to really do as well, but Daniel's just an excellent player. So it looks like they're setting up and they're getting started here. They're just about to.
I'm really impressed that Jonathan made it this far and is doing so well with what looks to be a very, very, very high-risk list.
That is a very high-risk list. I mean, you're able to have some changes with Boba Fett with the Slave 1, and he's got a 18-point bid on that.
Yep.
So he's really able to kind of control Boba and see the field out and manipulate Boba's moves afterward, but it's just very... I mean, you can't make a mistake with that list. If you make a mistake and you get caught, that's just going to end everything.
Yeah. And the Fenrau with Crackshot's also very surprising. I mean, we see the standard Fearless so often, just because Fenrau often ends up range 1 in people's arcs. But Crackshot makes me wonder if he's usually trying to flank very wide with Fenrau and pull it off out of arc, or what the deal is there. I'll be very curious to see what happens.
Yeah, or maybe he's just trying to bid deeper. He thought that maybe there was going to be more people bidding deep with Nantex, something like that. I could see him bidding deeper for that and switching off of Fearless for Crackshot. So it looks like dials are going down and timer is about to start.
That sounds like the start of time, which is my job.
The top 4 has officially begun. Top 8 has officially begun.
Nami's job. Thank you, Nami.
Top 16.
There we are.
All right.
So
there's the handshake.
Yeah, we see Jonathan starting off in the bottom entirely here. So I have to admit, I have never played with something like Fen Boba.
I mean, I flew Boba Fen in like L3 back in the early heyday of 2nd edition, but I had pivoted off of that pretty hard after the Han Gunner nerf, so I'm not sure. I didn't expect to see anything like that. He must be really excellent at flying it.
Yeah, I'm curious, is he going to split them up immediately and make Daniel try to pick one of the aces to pick and hopefully not be caught at all, or?
So, I mean, ideally, I think he wants to drag the Rebels kind of down through here. So, I mean, bringing Fen this way and Boba up this way. Now the Rebels are suddenly having to choose, and whoever Daniel really bites onto, he's able to get into the back with the others.
Yep.
But I'm not really sure.
So I have to ask, you've played against Daniel before. I mean,
yes.
You guys are roughly in the same geographic area.
Mm-hmm.
So I would expect Daniel to take these guys, see if I can not screw up the telestrator, basically come up around this way and then refuse to leave this edge of the board.
Yeah.
And make Boba and Fenrau come to him.
Yeah. I think that's going to be Daniel's game plan here, is just to kind of slow roll it, like you said, just really be patient and just kind of plod along up here and just wait until he really has an idea of where Boba and Fen are going to choose to engage him, because Jonathan is he's on the clock, right? He has to do something about this because the final salvo goes to Daniel. So
yes, very handily.
Yes, or should. We'll see how Jonathan decides to approach this.
Yeah. And it's interesting. Is this Braylon, I assume, right here?
Mm-hmm.
Is set up facing this way.
Yeah.
Is he gonna? He went one straight just now. I wonder if he's turning in hard because he's got going the entirely opposite direction of everything else.
Yeah. So
this looks very pre-scripted and set up, though, so I assume it's all going to make sense very soon.
Daniel has been practicing like crazy. For those of you who don't know, Daniel Taylor is actually the 3-time Imperial Assault World Champion,
Yes.
back to back to back. So he's the Paul Heaver of Imperial Assault.
He's and beaten Paul Heaver at Imperial Assault in those finals more than once, if I remember correctly.
So he's an excellent player, and when they announced that that game was complete, he pivoted to X-Wing, and he's not looked back, and he's just been
he's been tearing it up.
He's been tearing it up.
Or second place the System Open Seattle.
He won the System Open in Seattle against Bunn.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't remember if that was the finals or the top 4.
Yeah, that was the finals. So he did that, and then he had just gotten second in Atlanta System Open, I think the week prior. And he's
no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Get second and then first at 2 back-to-back System Opens.
So real quick to the people at home, it is time to choose your champion. You have the poll there on the right side, guys. I'll let you know the results. Type 1 in the chat if you want Daniel Taylor to be your champion, and 2 if you think Jonathan's going to be successful with Fenn and Boba. Passing it back over to Chris and Chris.
Thanks, Dion.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
So it looks like Boba and Finn are going to split up down here, which makes sense.
It does. Because I think Daniel's going to have to really he's going to have to approach this very patiently, and he's going to have to cast some wide nets. So I'm expecting this bandit to kind of turn in here and just cast an arc over here just to keep Fenn honest. Because Fenn damage from those low range 3 pot shots.
Even from his E95.
Exactly.
Or, he doesn't usually, but it's not worth 25% of your Finn Rao to lose that bet for no reason.
Absolutely. And especially when Jonathan only has these 2 ships, he's really got to be careful and conserve his points. So I'm expecting Jonathan to know that. Looking at Jonathan's approach here, he's got this nice gas cloud right here, and he can really leverage that into some protection for Fenn. And he can use that to kind of approach and decide to kind of come up here and sit and wait and see what Daniel does. And if Daniel doesn't bite, he can come out this way. But if he does kind of come in.
Yeah, if Daniel turns in, he can go the opposite way, basically.
Exactly.
Easy enough. And then hopefully, by then, Boba is, somewhere around here and then can turn in if he needs to and be behind all these rebel lists, this whole rebel list that doesn't have Leia.
Yep.
Which is now suddenly an advantage instead of mostly meaningless.
Yep.
I do really like the addition of Maul, which basically just replaces Han Gunner almost entirely. It's nearly exactly the same thing.
Yes.
It costs 6 more points, but then...
But, you do effectively get, the 2 calculates with the Force. You have to stress yourself to get it back. But
right.
Which
Boba with Han stressed you anyways. But this way, if you don't need the second calculate, great. You don't even need to stress at all.
Don't need to worry about it. And with those rerolls and just the passive modification that Boba gets, he's going to really, I think, approach it patiently, but get into the scrum to make sure he's getting those rerolls. So, looks like a barrel roll from Braylon that doesn't fit, trying to kind of cast a wider net on the far side of that bottom left gas cloud. So Daniel approaching very patiently like we expected, really just letting Jonathan decide where this engage is going to happen. Daniel seems more than happy to go into the rocks and take this engage. He's got a really kind of wide net here, which you don't see from a lot of the rebels, or at least you didn't from the rebel beef. You used to use.
And the nice thing here is Daniel doesn't have any of the aura style effects. There's no need to keep things at range 1. It's it's a disadvantage to run your things in a block, especially against an ace list like this against a good player, because you're just all in. And if I guess correctly, I lose, which is not a winning tournament strategy.
No, yeah, and I think Daniel's learning that really well, and so he's just letting his ships act kind of independently and just casting some nets and making sure that he's got to keep Jonathan honest here.
All right, everybody, let's go ahead and switch to table 1, see how things are going with Duncan and Darren covering that game.
But I think his end approach is going to be coming up through this alley with that one. This alley with Greer, probably right there or there with V, because V is Intel Agent.
Yep.
But
I
Intel
believe
Agent,
that one's on this one here.
yeah, but Intel Agent doesn't really do anything for him here. Too much until you start getting in there, because all he can block with is V and Finn.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I think the advantage would be with V would be the ability to not spend the focus results.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so
There's other things there.
Yeah, so it means that he's going to be limited in his output against the pod there. So we saw this yesterday when Mitch was playing Jill on stream. Basically coming down to this corner here, and by doing these one banks and bendy barrel rolls, and using a couple of objects here to really limit the approach that Jill could come in. She was playing Imperial Aces at the time. And what we saw is effectively, again, just a one bank and then a barrel roll. And effectively just kind of moving up this edge of the board and then doing a one bank in and a barrel roll. Kind of just dancing around this corner here, which can be quite frustrating for some players to come up against.
But anyway, yeah. So we're over here on Mandalore. Do you think Kalen's going to go for the really long approach, or kind of the medium approach?
I think he's going to cut in,
kind of like a three bank, and then come this way.
Yeah, because he knows that he can slow roll with these guys. He can slow roll here.
Yeah.
But this one's going to need to come around quick. He's barrel rolling out.
He's probably going to boost, clear up the 5 street. We can draw in different colors. I like the yellow. It's Cobra Kai colors. Sorry if anyone hears me sipping. I have a beer.
So there we see the second charge.
Oh, okay.
He has an adult water.
An adult water. What is this, a PG stream? Oh, okay. If we do PG-13, we at least get one.
Let's go ahead and move over to table
Except
it's once. It's
yeah,
similar to
once per game, exactly.
Yep. So he can really do a decent amount of damage on one shot, and maybe that's all that he's going to be looking to do is just kind of get half points on something and then play squirrely the rest of the game. But I'm worried about Boba, because Boba, he's able to be a little bit more unpredictable because of Slave 1, but he's still a medium base, and he's only got that boost, and Daniel has enough ships that he's able to cast nets that Boba's not going to be able to perfectly avoid.
Right.
And especially with Wedge moving after Boba, and Wedge being able to boost or barrel roll, depending on his S-foils. Like Wedge can put in a lot of work against Boba.
Yeah, especially, I mean, Wedge is scary to Boba. You know, 11 health feels like a lot when you're playing against Boba, but when you're playing as Boba, you realize that's a resource that runs out very quickly.
Yes, and I mean it's 11 health out of a 15 health list.
Yes.
So it's every hit point there counts. So I think Boba really has to be wary of this Wedge, and I think Daniel's doing a good job of just setting up Wedge, and he can kind of go forward. He can boost this way. I don't think the 2-turn fits there, but he can watch what Boba does, and if he just goes forward and Boba decides to kind of come in this way, he's able to just really punish that.
Well, this is Jake here, right?
Yes.
And his S-foils are closed.
Closed currently.
So he can even Wedge does not have R4 astromech or anything. So he can even do like weird boosts and things though around the cloud.
Well, Jake just passes a focus, right?
Yeah, and you can link boost or.
Oh, no, it's focus into a.
Is it?
Or it's boost into a focus.
Oh, it's boost. All right, no, don't listen to me. I said nothing. Wrong, Chris. Is it really? That's embarrassing.
I'm pretty sure it is.
It's easy enough to check. It is. No, focus link boost.
Oh.
I was right. I was confident in my answer the entire time.
Ignore me. I was wrong.
I don't know that it's particularly useful this turn, but it's a very good trick in general.
Yes.
Because if you're not aware, you can focus, link boost before you activate, and then flip your S-foils open, and then now suddenly roll out with a target lock with Wedge. And
you do a blue,
the
you
pain
clear that
train's
stress. You take the target lock, and suddenly you're getting double modded shots with, crack shot, which is I mean, all these crack shots are able to really do work on Boba
Yep.
because it's much easier to get those medium bases lined up on a
Even
bullseye.
Finn's scared. Like,
Oh, yeah.
bullseye shots just happen,
Mhm.
especially against Finn Rao.
And, I mean, Concordia doesn't save you when you're canceling an evade.
Yep.
So we'll have to see. So Daniel looks like he's casting a nice wide net here. Just making sure that he's got these nice arcs set up so that if Fenn does try to come in here, which
Yeah.
I don't think that he's going to, but
Because, the best he could do, like, let's say he dialed in the most aggressive move possible, like a 3-bank. That's not even kind of correct. Like a 3-bank, land him in this general area. He could try to, get behind this cloud and somewhere around there. But even that, like, I'm not comfortable with that level of risk with Finn because then you'll be here and stressed, and then suddenly these Z95s and Braylon are right on top of you. And if
just
they
able to
block you,
turn and
you'll
punish.
probably die.
Absolutely. You get the Concordia face-off from all of these if they're shooting at range 1, but no modifiers other than that. It's still very, very risky.
Nope. Listening to Daniel. Passing a focus to Wedge.
And looks like he is going to link into that boost.
Hey! Looks like he just wants the
Nice
extra
commentary,
ground.
Chris.
Every now and then I can get something right.
So
God,
with that, I'm expecting the 2-bank here because that's going to clear his stress, and it's really going to let him, especially now. He can open those S-foils, he can 2-bank, and he might have range there. And if you can take a target lock, that's going to be a hard
probably be
finish on
bullseye
Boba.
shot too. Yeah. One thing we haven't covered that's really important, I think, I'm not sure how familiar people are with Boba Fett with Slave 1 and proximity mines. But because of the medium base boost on all these ships moving before him, it is very trivial to boost over people, take a range 1 rear shot, and then prox mine them if they happen to still be alive. And there's very little that you can do about it. So let's say next turn, if this Z95 comes up here, and Boba dials in like a fast turn or whatever, and can come up here or here because slave 1, and I'm exaggerating the distance there because they're too far away to do it this turn. But it's something you have to be extremely aware of because if you get boosted over from Boba, you're going to take a damage. You're going to take 2 dice, which you don't get to roll agility against. And you're going to take a 4-die shot out the back of him, which, I mean, he doesn't have Marauder, so there's no back arc reroll, but you're at range 1, so he gets at least 1.
Yep. And he's got them all for the other passive mod. So you're going to take the damage from the shot.
Wow.
And then you're taking one. Ooh, this is very aggressive.
This is very aggressive.
I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly.
This is a level of risk tolerance that I'm not comfortable
with.
Yes,
I'm not comfortable. If I was playing top 8 in Worlds, I would be very nervous about this. But he's there and I'm not, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, not being comfortable with it doesn't mean he's wrong.
Yep.
If anything, I'm sure he's much more comfortable with the situation than we are.
Yeah. There's that.
And I wish we knew more about Jonathan. I believe he's French?
Netherlands.
Netherlands. Oh, I'm so colorblind. Or I think their flags are similar.
Yeah.
I don't
Same
know.
colors.
I'm just going to keep digging my hole, Dion. Dig deeper and deeper.
Dig up, Chris.
Okay, so Finn Rao opts out.
Yeah, and I think that's a safe. He can, you can roll out this way, right? And then what that lets you do is it gives you like kind of the bank in, or you got the turn in options. And he has to guess, and you're able to reposition, right? So if Daniel doesn't bite hard on Boba, which at this point seems like he might, but if he doesn't and he decides to, try to keep Fenn honest, kind of banking this way, he can barrel roll this way, right? And he can still get that cloud, or he can, if Daniel goes down this way, he can come this way, and then suddenly it's just a no-win situation. So I really like that Fenn position here from Jonathan.
So this Boba shot's really scary because Boba effectively has 0 agility because of crack shot.
Yeah.
But actually, though I'm looking at, he has the nice, fast turn he can dial in and get up here, but Slave 1 won't save him with that debris there. I mean, it'll help, but, Jake is presumably just going to come, hang out, and land exactly there.
Yeah.
And
so
say...
He can spend the force here, but Daniel Taylor with crack shot, if he spends it, it's essentially for nothing. I mean, granted, it's 1 force that's going to come back, so he may as well spend it.
Right, and just getting crack shot off the board will help Finn a lot as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what we're seeing. Yep, and crack shot's used.
Yep.
So that's 3 damage through immediately.
Yep. Thank you. So I believe he's thinking about mauling a force back or not.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty reasonable here. I mean, you're not thrilled about the stress, but it's not the end of the world as well.
No, your one bank here is pretty safe. I mean, Jake has a really good kind of block angle coming in here. He can two bank and force. Yeah, looks like he's recovering it. He wants it for the shot back. I can't tell what the angle if Boba has. Or Boba doesn't have crack shots. Fenn has crack shots. Never mind. Ignore me again. So he's shooting back at Wedge here. Range 2. Wedge with no mods.
Oh, another hard decision to make.
Yeah, because you got more shots coming in on Boba here. Yeah, I think it's wise you choose not to spend it. I think you keep that for defense because you've already lost almost all your shields, and if just a couple of that could be game-changing. Yeah. Like if a panic pilot comes through.
Yeah, then it's just game losing.
It's devastating because Boba just becomes very
speaking
predictable.
Speaking of crits.
Yep, there it is. So.
Ooh, safe.
Lucky-ish. Yep, so he's going to take another shield here. If I can find my mouse. There it is. So shield's down on Boba, and suddenly that 11 health ship is
and now he's choosing to double stress.
Oh.
Wow.
This is very aggressive here on that stress. But, I mean,
there's a lot of shots, yeah.
Jonathan's playing it, and he made this aggressive choice, so we'll see. So we have a range 3 from Blount here.
Oh,
wow.
There's another scary crit.
Keeps getting these hit crits.
It's a one evade.
Yeah, so no matter what.
Okay.
It's forcing him to spend the force, though.
Yeah. I think Daniel's thrilled about this exchange already.
So Jonathan's trying to use Maul here, but he didn't take any damage.
Yep.
Is that not obstructed?
Wow.
Oh,
he said it confidently, so I believe him.
They have a better view than we do. Oh, wow. He keeps rolling these crits. And yeah.
There it is.
So with no mods, he's got a natties. Oh. Easy
no
clap.
problem at all.
Can we get
you can't audio Twitch emote. That's not how this works.
Can I get some easy claps in chat?
Wrong target audience. So one last shot coming in from a Z. Ooh.
Oh, that does it, though.
It takes 2. So that's going to be half on Boba.
That's half on Boba, and that's big because suddenly now Daniel is.
Yeah, you get the natties here.
You get the natty.
You don't get the easy clap.
Oh, there's an easy clap. I see one.
They tried.
They tried.
Real quick here, gentlemen. After getting a bunch of responses for our stream poll, looks like the audience believes that Jonathan on the right has the advantage 55% to 45%. Obviously, we see that Daniel has drawn first blood, so we'll actually see what that ends up looking like.
It's the resistance.
There is a GA-175 in play, and it's the resistance just went off, so that giant cheer you heard was...
We get it's the resistance in chat? Yeah, there we go. He's been doing that all tournament.
We'll go ahead and check out the It's the Resistance play on table 1. Looks like Finn just decided to come in from that bottom right side. We'll go ahead and listen in on Darren
I mean, he cannot run and get away here because we've got these ships here. And then we've got this ship here that can come in, and then we've got Finn down here.
All right. But I think, as we discussed in the beginning, I think Finn is the primary target, right? He's a big deal. He hits hard.
So do you think here we're going to see Mitch one bank and then bendy barrel roll? Because then he's got 4 ships that are.
Well, he moves after Finn, so you can see where Finn goes. He might not even need that barrel roll, but I doubt Finn is going to do anything. Finn's probably just going to do a straight maneuver. He doesn't have any reason to do anything else. What are we doing? All right. Anyway, so Kalen's got his 5-pronged approach. 4-pronged, actually, I guess. V is over here. Probably coming in the same alley right here, right? It's kind of hard to have 5 alleys in a game, right? But Zari comes up here. I don't... So did we get the initiative order wrong?
I'll just get see if Asa can just check for us.
Okay.
So Ace is just going to go and check there because I'm not sure whether last round they moved out of order or whether we've got it wrong. So it looks like we've got Mitch down as first player, but that could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Kalen's first player.
Kalen is first player. Sorry, boys.
Okay. Let's see what we can do there.
Take it away.
So there we go with Kalen with initiative.
How do we apply it? I'm going to switch over here.
Like that.
There we go. We did it.
Yay.
All right. All right. So Kalen's got his approach. That's all I ever wanted in life was Dion to be proud of me. I can die happy now. I can leave this world. I actually have a painting of me that's like super old in my house. Just waiting for Dion to say he's proud of me. All right. So Zari all right. So never mind. Greer over here.
Yep.
Free arc rotate, right?
Yep.
Man. Let's see. So I think he should do the 3 bank here.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where Mitch opts, he can boost that way.
Yep.
He has a free arc rotate, so he can boost and then focus, right?
Yeah.
And he'll be stressed. No one cares about stress. I don't think he wants to opt this way because that allows Mitch to choose who he's going to go after, 1 or 2, right? And if Mitch opts left for one of for Green or Zari, I always want to say Greer, but it's a Green.
Yep.
And it throws me off that it's a PS4. I don't know. Whatever. It could have come up with a different name. Is that a real character?
What, Green Squadron
Greer.
Expert? Oh, Greer.
Greer.
Not a clue.
No. Anyway, it's probably in the movie for 1 frame. It's probably the dude that blew up.
Hey, anybody in the chat? Is Greer a real character?
Yeah. Because we already made a character for Lulo, and I didn't think that was a real character.
Oh, wow.
Right? The green, I don't remember what species that is. The one with the big eyes. The one that, they're green and they're blue. Cad Bane is one of them, right?
Oh, Duros.
Duros. All right, cool. I always used to think I was a big Star Wars nerd until I started playing X-Wing. Found out I wasn't.
You're just a massive nerd.
Yeah, probably.
So here we go. The Finn just with a conservative move there and taking the focus.
Conservative move. It was a 3 straight. He's coming in hard. You think he's playing against Rick? Ooh, okay.
We see a barrel roll, but it's going to be no focus.
I mean, he might boost to get the block in here. I was really surprised that why. I think if I were Mitch, I'd prefer to have passed or to take an initiative versus a 1, a 2, and 2 threes.
Greer is Leia's personal pilot from the book Bloodlines.
Oh, there we go. All right, we did it.
Thanks, Stream Nerds.
Yeah, so I mean, for something like this, right?
Yeah, I would have
as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it takes away Zari's ability to be blocked.
And here's
the focus boost we were talking about. Yeah, so I'm surprised.
Yeah, because it means that Mitch can be blocked.
Yeah, and he usually does the same thing, so it's very predictable, right? So if you if he Yellowverse is doing one? If you block this formation, then it breaks up, and it's kind of hard to visualize stuff.
So he's going to 1 bank that way. He's probably just going to block blue.
I don't think so. Oh, he doesn't hit the thing. Whatever.
So to say, the 1 bank this way, and then we get the barrel roll. But will that then block orange?
I would have moved orange first.
Yep.
If he's doing that, right?
So is he going to barrel roll this way?
Oh,
So I don't think behind. Then he gets a shot on Vi, but they just.
But now he blocks blue.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they all did the same move, we're assuming he did the same move, right? He's done it before.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and switch back to the other table here. Of course, we'll keep this one picture-in-picture.
I mean, just a value piece in there. It's a little blocker, and it's got a 2-die shot, and you just throw it in, and I think it's going to get more value than a lot of people are expecting.
Yep.
And like right here, we're talking about he's keeping Fen honest there. So not even boosting in. I kind of expected him to boost forward, try to get that range 1. He'd be stressed, and maybe he didn't like that position. So this is Wedge in the Boba Natties.
He had, I think he has about 18 rerolls over there.
So 1 damage in the Boba there.
Yep. So if you're Boba here, are you going to Wedge or Jake? Because you might be able to just prox mine Jake off the board.
Yeah.
Finn.
So this is Finn. Oh, it is range 1.
Yeah, into that Z.
I guess so. It looked a little long to me.
I believe him.
Yep. So, yeah, you're not really taking a shot here, so you may as well spend it.
Yep.
So you got 4. This could just wipe it up. Nope. Wow. So.
Just the shields. Z95.
Or wait. Where was he shooting? Because he just.
Oh, it's range. Yeah, it's
He's
range.
checking crack shot right now. Okay. So it takes 3 on pink.
Yep. And here's where the very rare case where like, man, where's my veteran tail gunner?
Oh my gosh. This is like the one time Boba really likes it. And there's this many ships. Check in for the shot on wedge. Oh, wow, that's really close.
Yep, I imagine we'll get a third party in there if that's what he decides he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's really clear. It's hard to tell with the wedge model there.
Yep. And it just at the angle that everything's at. So, I mean, you might just be able to kill Jake with the proximity mine. If he rolls hit crit and he pulls a direct hit, like, you may not even need to shoot him.
Yeah.
So, and at this point, I don't know. I think Jonathan's playing from a deficit. He needs to kind of take risks to give him the maximum.
The way you win by now is, swinging for the fences. Yeah, so here's the range 1 shot into Jake. Looks like he's got as many rerolls as he could ever want.
Mm-hmm. And I assume he's going to maul here because he's already stressed.
Yeah.
Is there a limit on how many times you can refresh that?
Not that I'm aware of. I'll double check for us, but as far as I know, it's just take a stress. Yeah, after you suffer damage, you may gain 1 stress token to recover a force.
Yeah, you can do it as many times as you want.
Thank you, Dio.
The rules master Dion.
That's why we bring him.
It's true. So there's 2 for Jake, and he's going to have an unfortunate meeting with a proximity mine should Boba survive here.
Yep, and there was 2 into Jake?
Yes.
All right. So
2
that's
from
2 hits
Jake.
from Jake. Got a reroll. Yep.
No. Oh, forced crack shot, so still takes 1.
Yep. And all these crack shots really coming into play, that medium base.
4 cards on Boba, that's right. Yeah, he's hull upgrade.
So 3 hull left. Is that range 1 from Braylon? So that's a range 1, basically double modified shot here.
Sounds like they said range 1 obstructed. And that is bad for Boba.
So that's 2 crits. No, not obstructed.
Oof. So 3 crits, and that will be the end of Boba Fett.
Yeah. So Boba immediately going down. Losing my mouse. There we go.
And there are not any shots that get to be into Finn Rao as far as I can tell now.
And now Jake's not coming off the board either.
Yep.
And so this is just a
huge swing.
This is looking really rough. Fenn has to do some major work here. And luckily, I don't think Daniel's in a great position to pursue Fenn, really.
Yeah, not this turn at least.
No. So he's got the 3 bank here from Fenn, and Daniel can 3K and kind of force him to keep honest so that he can't pursue too heavily because you have to pay.
And Wedge is going to move first here too, and he can 1 bank and maybe not be on. If you're on a debris, that might be fine, but
I don't think he ends up on the debris.
And then he's got a nice barrel roll from there to block Finn, and then he starts getting range 2 shots from Z95s, and all of that sounds unpleasant.
Yeah, I mean, a range 2 or 3 shot from Wedge.
So we see points on the board, 21 points.
Oh, it automatically does it? Fancy. Dion springing for the good stuff.
And Kalen spending the focus there to take no damage. And green range 1 into orange A-wing. Oh man, that.
Crack shot and gets rid of Green Squadron Expert. All right, boys, F in the chat.
So that is 62 points there. So we've got Finn
big
now.
deal. Big deal.
See what he can do to orange.
Big deal. Range 2.
Range 2.
Come on, big deal. All right. Take a strain. Oh, add a. Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay, never mind.
So 3 damage.
Smart. Oh, man.
So 1 shield onto orange.
Okay.
So that interaction there for everybody at home was he rolled 3 dice, added the blank, spent the focus, and then spent to modify the blank with optics.
So 2 focuses. I think. So I've been trying that Finn build when I was trying to make the 7, as they would say in Game of Thrones, but with all 7 factions.
Yep.
I did not get to attend enough hyperspace trials, but my Resistance squad did have that Finn build almost exactly. Actually, no, that's exact. Yeah, exactly that Finn build. Gives you about a 98% chance, I think, or 97.5% chance for 3 hits. It's so good if you don't get blocked.
Yeah.
It's not hard to get blocked. A lot of people like Pattern Analyzer, but for 1 point cheaper, you get optics, and you are a better than a 3-die ship.
Yep.
And if you're not getting shot, whatever, right? He didn't have to add the strain.
And that's where we see the benefit there of GA97. Because he can come in behind a formation, what that lets him do is he knows he's not going to get shot, so he's got those 2 focus there to guarantee those hits coming in.
Yeah, I think you have to double blank,
Just
heroic
ramming
that
wedge
into double
Jake.
blank,
2
and you
straight
still
Jake,
get 2
1 straight
hits.
Wedge
Yeah.
to hang out. Is it too risky with Finn?
So this is
just
gonna be
3
difficult
banking
now for
into you and
Kalen.
Ending wedge.
No, I don't hate it because then, if you
Points behind.
Yeah.
Versus a list that has a lot more firepower, and you just lost the 2 dice.
Yeah.
Right.
And Greer is on 1 hull.
Yeah. Do you think he's got? So what do you think? I think this turn, yellow probably does some sort of straight maneuver. One would actually
Probably
do it,
one
and then you
straight.
can turn in on V Marati.
Yeah.
Or you could 3 straight barrel roll. Probably I'd
3
3 straight and then
barrel roll.
I would funky barrel roll that way.
Okay.
And that leaves open the 1 straight funky barrel roll. One
Yep.
straight, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, there we go. All right. Anyway, so this one has to do a blue over here. So probably 1 bank, funky barrel roll, 1 hard. Does that clear? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Probably don't want to do that. What do you think with this one? With blue?
So this blue one here,
This one probably just 1 banks, right?
because of the position that he's in now, I don't think I'd be surprised if I saw the 3 signals loop there. Because it turns him back around.
Let's see. So 1 bank, funky barrel. I don't think you block yourself, but he doesn't have a reason to play aggressive with that guy, right? Is that the one that took? It's not even the one that took.
All right, guys, go ahead and switch to table 2. We got some movement over there. We'll stay there for a little bit.
really getting value out of Crackshot. And he does do the barrel roll.
Or he focused, and he's going to boost.
Well, he gets the free focus from the barrel roll.
Oh, did he bear? Okay, sorry, I looked away. Aha! This is how Jake works. That's right. Do whatever you want. It's fine.
I think the 1 turn is blocked. The 2 turn might still clear. He might just 2 turn in with wedge.
Yep. And just
stay stressed and.
Yep. And then if Finn does go that way, hey, look at this nice, 3 to 4 die shot
I
from
really
Blount.
like this with Blount.
Yeah, that's great.
Because if he does 2 turn in here, Blount has a
Oh.
nice range 2 shot.
So
It's
does
going to be
Braylon.
3 dice. Yeah, he doesn't care. He's getting rerolls anyway. Whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
This
Roll
is
a
fine.
crit here, whatever.
Yeah.
Nope.
I have 4 shields. I didn't come here not to use them.
Yep.
So it looks
Oh.
like the 1. Oh, nope.
1 bank.
Yeah. Looks like the 1 bank. Is he using Braylon to block him from getting on the debris?
Is this 800,000 million D chest? Yes.
Yep.
It might.
No, I don't think it hit.
Yep.
Oh, no, it did. Okay.
2 bank. Yep. So Finn is hanging out in the middle of. Actually,
No, Jake
getting
just
blocked
blocked him.
there. He arc dodges most things. So he's going to get he will have a range, looks like 2 shot with no mods, which, I mean, as far as getting blocked here could go, that is not that bad.
It's not that bad.
Looks like I'll have a crack shot on wedge in exchange, which is great. Oh, he already spent crack shot. Speaking of crack shots, get out of here.
And they're just marking
the
him, making
template
sure
out.
to keep the game state nice
Yep.
and clean.
Nothing but time. So
Yeah, may as well just do it, get it right. So Fen with no mods. I mean, it's a 2-die unmodified shot against 3 dice, but you can still push damage through on Fen here. Maybe not much, but
Right.
Every point matters right now. So Jonathan,
Every
checking.
damage is a quarter of your total damage that needs to be dealt to win the game.
Yep.
Yep. Fenn just wants to get Wedge out of here because, speaking of scary random stray shots, wedges are the scariest.
Yep. So Wedge getting the evade. And so now we have the shot back, I just think, from Pink here.
I think so. Yeah,
It's
Braylon's. Yep.
Oh, it is range 1.
Oh, and that's great for Fenn. I mean,
Yeah. He much prefers the range 1 to the range 2. Oh, in the box.
all right. He did his best. That's all we can
Tried.
ask. Good job, Z95.
Rolled the dice anyway. Good job, guys. Keeping the game state clean. All right. So this next round, Jonathan's position is rough. There's a lot of potential blockers here
Yep.
that can block most of what you do.
Right, including Blount's just one straight, stay there,
Exactly.
block the 5 straight.
Block the 5 straight. So I'm looking at this and I'm just like, the 3 Talon roll here is just very.
It's savage.
You're gonna get double stressed, but I don't think you care.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That means, I mean, you're going to get stressed at singular stressed at a minimum, no matter
Right.
what, just from happenstance of bumping Wedge or Braylon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, though I do think about these. One of the ways you can lose a game in this position if you're Daniel Taylor is getting excited to punish Fenn, and
Yep.
suddenly you take the 3 Talon roll with Wedge, you end up double stressed. He one shots someone.
Yeah, Blount or gets Jake or the bandit off the table.
Yep, and then Wedge happens to do nothing.
Yep, and suddenly just pieces start to disappear because Jake's at 2 health, the bandit's at 1 health here.
Yep.
So I mean those can disappear really easily.
Yeah, there's 3 ships on the table that Fenn Rao can, within reason, kill in one shot.
Yes.
The 2 Zs and Jake.
He could even do Wedge, but that
would be very difficult.
That would be very difficult. If he did it though. Good.
Oh, I had a quick draw with 10 damage cards on them yesterday or the day before. So.
Was that in the pawns?
No, that was in my regular Swiss. It was a hull breach and then 3 direct hits.
Oh my god!
And some fuel leaks.
Correct.
it was a rough lot in life.
Oh. So Fenn's down. Daniel, it looks like he's debating Wedge here. We'll see what he decides on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at this as Fenn. I got nothing. I have no good plan. It's not a spin your dial and hope situation, but it feels like there's definitely.
Yeah.
I believe in his ability to do something very good.
Yes.
But it just seems difficult to parse what good even means.
Yeah. So I mean, the 2 bank on the Z's is blue, right? So
I believe so. I'll double check and make sure we get it right.
I'm pretty sure.
Yep, 2 banks.
So I'm expecting that here from Pink because I think it blocks the 2 turn. I think it blocks everything but the 1 turn.
Right.
So Fenn might have 1 turned here, but Jake might have just 1 turned in.
Right.
Right. And if he did that, I imagine that Daniel is just setting up. Oh, he just does the 1 forward. Maybe he'll do the barrel roll here.
I think
or
that
he's
blocks
just
the 1 and the 2. It looks like.
Yes. So now I'm looking at like the 3 bank.
Yeah.
I mean, those were the ideal situations. I think you get the 1 or the 2 turn or the 2 or the 3 bank from Fenn kind of out.
3 straight from Jake, it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't care about the cloud. No consequences.
Yep. You don't get to do any fancy Jake things, but I mean, what's Fenn going to 1 turn and shoot you through a gas cloud? That seems fine.
Yeah. I think you take that every day. So we're doing Braylon first here. Looks like he's doing the 1 bank. I think he's going over the debris again. It looked like it was sticking out just a little bit. So we'll see if he stays stressed here. Oh, well. Yeah, so it looks like he went over the debris. That blocks the kind of 2 straight. Yep. No consequences. 4K from Blount.
I like it.
So we'll see what Wedge does then, because it means that the 5 straight, and maybe what Daniel's thinking is that, he knows that I know that I can 1 forward
Yep.
and block the 5 straight, And since he knows that I know.
Yeah. Well, and I'm nervous at Suffice right now because that debris got shuffled ever so slightly, and I would hate for it to be meaningful at this point.
Yeah. And they could have recreated its position a little bit if they had kind of moved Braylon back and done it, but that seems like a lot of work.
There's the Talon roll for wedge.
Yep. Onto the gas cloud, but you're getting double stressed anyway, so
yeah, whatever. Suffer all the no consequences.
Yep. Let's see if he rolls a die for the debris here. There it is.
Nope.
Yep. Nope. Obstacles just not going to be a factor. Oh!
Hey, there it is. Finrao walks away, well as he possibly could. That was definitely the optimal move.
Good
like
job
if you
on
got
Jonathan.
to set your dial now, that would be what you dialed in.
That's what you do.
Play.
So, yeah, great job on Jonathan predicting where Daniel was going to try to block and getting out of there. We'll see. I think you still got those 2 Z95 shots. You have to boost out, I think, because Blount right now is getting 3 dice on you.
Yes, which seems bad.
Yeah, and I think that's range 2. So, I mean, that's 3 on 3. You could take the focus to make it modified, but I don't think you want to take that risk right now.
And the problem is if you left boost or something, all of Jake's blocks start getting very scary.
I think you right boost.
Yep.
Honestly.
And then, my natural instinct would be to left boost. It's going to take Wedge a long time to get turned around facing you there. But, if you get blocked.
All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and take a peek at table 1. Go ahead and flip this picture in picture. I'd like to show you the current score. Current score is 80-25, so Kalen able to get half points on the orange Star Viper at this time. Give you guys a better look at the positioning for a little bit as Kalen tries to crack this 4 Star Viper squad that Mitchell has been running to great success. We'll go ahead and listen in to Chris and Chris listening into that match and commentating for us. We'll go, of course, keep our eye on the other one. Actually, we have engagement between Jonathan and Daniel. Let's go ahead and switch back here for a little bit, and then we'll check in.
Kalen's on his back foot, but definitely not out of it.
Nope.
There's some hold up. I'm not sure what. Oh, just double checking the obstruction.
Oh, okay. Yep, they're just checking the angle on that. Got it.
Wow.
I think that's an evade.
Yeah, that's an evade.
Yep. Whew.
And then there's be one more shot from a Z that'll be a little.
That's
probably
obstructed
also
too,
obstructed.
I think. Yeah.
Double checking crack shot. I like it. Oh, that would have been rough.
Oh my.
But man, those crack shots though, they just happen sometimes.
Well, there's 4 of them in the list, right? So you're gonna get them, especially when you're flying against bigger base things.
Yep.
And so I mean, it's great. You're just pushing extra damage through, and you're forcing you're putting them on a clock. Like, I'm going to kill things. Nothing. So
you tried whatever color that Z95 is. Did your best. That's all we can ask.
It's pink.
It's pink.
What color does it look like to you?
I don't know. I don't even know where the color on it is.
It's right in the middle, right there.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's pink.
Now it's yellow. You guess.
Whatever. Not worried about it.
All right, so Fen, I don't think can come in here. I want to, and I think that you may even have to be aggressive.
I was gonna say,
but the one bank just punishes.
I mean, we just had this conversation. You have to, right? You don't have a choice.
I know.
You don't get a vote.
I know,
you
but
have to opt in.
I think that's range 2.
Where's Dion? You have to opt into violence. It's just time. It's time for violence. It's probably going to go poorly for you, but it's the cut. Your movie doesn't matter.
Yep. Play to win.
If you lose 200-31 versus 113-31, you still lost.
Yeah.
You got to go for it.
So if anybody wants to know what Chris is referring to, en Buenos Aires, this phrase got coined by one of our core commentators we got there, choosing violence. Obviously, we don't condone actual violence here on Podcast. Only in-game, in X-Wing.
Yes, this is Finrao's violence.
To see all the action. We're going to go ahead and send it back to Chris and Chris.
Yeah, so we're watching Daniel in a pretty commanding position, and Jonathan's basically doing his best to get back in the game.
Yeah.
Boba evaporated.
Just
got caught at range 3 by rebel ships, and they did half of him the first turn and the other half the second turn.
Yeah, and I think Jonathan came in too aggressive, and so we'll see how this ends up. But I don't know. It's just so
Yeah,
rough. I mean,
when we were saying like you just have to 2-turn in, right?
Yeah.
There's no time to do anything else,
So
and
since he
that's
needs-
probably going to end really badly. But
well, he needs 83. I'm trying to do the math here.
Yeah.
So if you need 83, you need to like kill Braylon or Wedge and get half the other.
Yeah, or
and even then, that's not enough.
so if you kill both of these, that's 60.
Real quickly here, looks like we got a clip here for Kalen Wong taking a shot into one of these Star Vipers. We'll go ahead and take a look real quick at that engagement. Here's Kalen firing with Finn onto Orange. Hit, crit. Going in, using Finn's ability, making sure to end up strained there. And only gets the single evade, no focus, takes hit, crit, and ends up with a wounded pilot on the orange Star Viper there. Let's go ahead and cut to that table right now.
And have good time on target, but there's always one turn, maybe out of 2, 3, 4 turns. They don't. Yeah. Range 3.
So it looks like pink here's got range 3 into orange.
Obstructed or unobstructed? We'll see when they roll dice. Focus for 2. 4. Ooh, got him.
Got him.
All right. So looks like Finn can take a shot on green this turn.
Absolutely. So that is 49 points for
All right.
Caleb.
So the Star Viper is still on the table for the I3 phase.
Yep.
It doesn't have any shots, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But well, it might as well play proper. Green range 2 into V, who's probably going to eat it this turn. There we go. 3 hits, guaranteed death. All right. Oh, heroic. Oh, he doesn't have heroic. Doesn't have any PT. Okay. V's off the board on the I3 phase. Range
So
2.
range
Never
2
mind. I thought that
blue
boost
into
got him. All right. So he's got 3 dice crack shot. Might get a damage on Finn. You know, when you roll like that, you might have a damage on Finn.
Absolutely. So takes a
Crack
strain.
shot. Yep, so
adds
crack
the,
shots.
and crack
takes
shot.
2, so Finn is strained. With the new errata, he would previously he would have been able to relieve that strain, but now he can't,
Yep.
so he's still strained. Doesn't mean he can't take another strain.
Nope.
The ability does not say if you are not already strained.
So he's got no other shots coming in.
Yeah, he got half on Finn. Finn just took 2. So let's do that. Finn minus a shield, minus a haul. V has bitten it, and then this Star Viper's gone. All right, you covered it all. Okay, so there was some board state discussion there. The only one with crack shot left is yellow.
So there we see orange take off
Moves
the
in the
board,
I3 phase. V
and
gets removed in the I3 phase. Blah, blah, blah. Get that crit token off there. A little cleaner board. All right, Finn range 2.
into green.
Into green. Add a strain.
And then spend it.
Yep.
So he adds strain there. And spends
Double
it.
strain. Yep. So 3v3. Might get a crit. Hopefully he gets a crit on this thing. I mean, not hopefully. Oh,
There
gets
we
a
go.
crit into
So
him.
hit
All
crit,
right.
shield crit.
I mean, that's one thing about these Blackstone Assassins. They do not like crits.
Fuel leak.
Fuel leak. All right. So, but the problem is it's not half yet.
Nope.
You need 3 to have these things. So, quick. All right, now there's fewer shifts on the board. We might be able to do this. Finn, probably 1 straight, right?
Finn, absolutely 1 straight.
Yeah, 1
or
straight.
maybe a 1 bank.
Well, one straight advantage left. So you block the one. So you block the 1 straight from the other one. Actually, I think you 2 straight, right? Yeah, V's condition is off the board.
Yeah.
I think you 2 hard pink, right?
So pink 2 hards, yeah.
Yeah, pink 2 hards.
comes in.
Let's go ahead and switch back to table. Let's go ahead and switch back to table 2. We'll keep table 1 picture in picture here in a
one
Oh,
little bit.
stress, not going to get an action. That's not really that big of a deal. So we'll look and see what Fenn does here. He 2-turned away. Oh, so we talked about this. This is the safe move. It's going to keep Fenn alive. You're not going to take much damage, but there's a clock running, right? We're at 24 minutes left. Jonathan has 83 points he needs to get to make up to win this game. Here comes Dion. Technical difficulties.
Like the picture? Did it freeze?
Oh, nope, never mind. Telestrator's working fine.
All right, I just needed Dion to look at it the right
Oh,
way.
if the mouse cord touches the screen, the signal will mess up.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Dion. Yep, and looks like Jonathan looking for more time.
Yep. So he's going to come out. He's probably debating the focus here because you are taking one shot from Blount. I mean, you would hate to just take,
Yeah.
a 2-die hit
Well,
here.
and there's so little reason not to.
Yeah.
I mean, you're restricting yourself from your 3-bank, your 4 and 5 straight.
But those aren't moves you're going to want to make. I mean, the one turn is really
Right.
the one that you want. But even then, I'm not even sure I'd make the one turn because you got Jake here who can just turn in and
just
barrel
be all
roll
up in your way.
yeah, boost. So it just feels really bad from Jonathan. Daniel's done a really good job of just making every aggressive position that Jonathan needs a bad decision.
Boxing him out and keeping him out.
Mm-hmm.
And all these shots, they're scary.
Yeah.
And they're not super high probability to do a lot of damage, but, I mean,
Yeah,
all it
there's 2
takes
hits.
is one roll that's poor, and he's...
Jonathan was ready to spend that focus. He was so ready.
Scarred by crack shot.
Oh, so...
Then again, so that last turn was 7 minutes. I think they started planning around 30-minute left mark. So if we do some basic extrapolation, that's maybe 4 or 5 turns left, which means we're in a ship has to die every single turn for Jonathan territory, which is...
And he has to not lose 2 hole.
Yes, not lose 2 hole.
Right.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump back to the other table, see how things are going there between Mitchell and Kalen.
So he's got to be careful that we don't move that template or the rock.
Clean.
Clean.
Wow. Brent Wong. Brent Wong overrules Kalen Wong. There can only be Wong. Dion got it. Oh. I see the Torkoal Swarm game versus the Seer Swarm game is fun and interactive as we all predicted.
That's over on the FFG stream right now.
Yep.
So
We get money for that, right?
no.
Oh, okay, never mind. Take it back.
So here we've got a shot here and a shot here.
Yeah.
That A-wing's relatively untouched. He's taken
One straight, huh?
3 dice.
I would have done the 1 bank funky barrel roll, but what do I know?
So it looks like there's a shot on Finn there. So here's the 3-bank from Greer. I think we're going to have to see the 1-bank boost in.
Yep. Focus boost.
Yep. Just try and put some damage on here.
I mean, what are his options for next turn is the problem.
Sorry?
What are his options for next turn? I thought that, I mean...
Hard 2 in.
Hard 2?
2 hits. So that was range 3 into yellow from Greer.
All right. Wait, did they roll for Wounded Pilot? Oh, no, the Wounded Pilot one died a while ago. All right, never mind.
And Spence focus there.
That's fuel leak is what it was.
So if we see a crit here, well, there's the crit. Does he spend it? I think he does.
Oh, I think you optics, yeah.
Yeah. So hit crit there. So he has to spend it.
Oh, my God.
X-Wing players, this is last call for pods.
Oh, apparently there's something in the chat.
For your pods.
Something in the chat about why so many people are playing the same Boba Fett list. You want to know why they're all playing the same Boba Fett list? Because they're all from the Netherlands. All the Netherlands people play the same list. I think they all said they play a very similar store. Von Long last name. Fluid as well. And, yep. The guy playing it right now is Dutch as well. I see their team jersey on.
So 2 crits there. And Finn gets the 2 evades.
Natty in the chat.
I haven't heard a heroic yet.
And there's the evades he needs. So no damage around on either side.
All right, everybody, let's go ahead and
Okay.
head back to the other table, see how things are going. We'll keep this one picture in picture.
Looks like this turn's gone faster than the last. I guess the slightly less difficult decisions to make.
So you can notice the posture here. You see the hands on the table, getting over. That's the thinking pose, the X-Wing thinking pose.
It's good to know.
Boost forward. I don't like it. I'm going to be honest, I don't like it. Jonathan's playing with fire, and that fire is burning.
It's very hot.
It's
quite warm.
It is very warm. He's only got a little bit of time left before that fire just comes burning down.
Yep. But, I mean, Finn Rao can swing so hard, so fast if it all goes right.
That's right.
It just turns out that he needs at least 3 shots.
Yeah.
And they'll have to be very high damage shots.
So we started that last round at, what, 22 minutes?
23.
23. So it's a 5-minute round. So it's
Yep.
3 to 4 more rounds if they're playing at the same pace. If you're Jonathan, what are you doing here? His dial's already down. He knows.
The fact that it was down that fast make me think it's like a 4 straight, right? Get down here and just go trade range 1 shots with Braylon.
It's a 3 bank on the it's red, right? Yeah, so you
For
can't do
B-Wings?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of... I have trouble telling on these
the problem is the math for that doesn't work out, as we saw.
Yeah.
Unless you could hit Braylon for half, which would be 26, which would be more than halving or killing Jake or the Bandit.
But, yeah, it's still just not enough, and MOV doesn't matter, right? Don't play for MOV. You got to play for the win right now.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and switch back to table 1. What's going on here, gentlemen?
So just getting the judge to reset the Star Viper there.
What's up?
So they're just getting the Star Viper to be readjusted because they just nudged him slightly.
I forgot to say thank you for the adult water. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You Brits are all right.
Look like
as
you
much as
needed
we
it.
make fun of you.
So I think we see a hard 2 in here. Banking out.
Yeah, because you want the boost, you want the arc rotate front, and you want the focus, right?
But it's shots that he's not going to get.
I think you arc front and boost, right? I don't know.
He's taking the focus. I suppose next turn it leaves him the hard 1, and then he can boost around and start coming back around this way.
1 hard boost doesn't cut it. 3 hard boost is probably the better option, just to get around that rock. I don't think 2 hard might do it. But looking at it, 1 hard boost, you'd hit the debris somewhere around here. That's why you don't make cut.
Yep. I played Nantex. I didn't bank boost.
Yeah. They only have 2 actions.
They absolutely do only have 2 actions, and I only do 1 of them.
Really? You never take the evade?
Nah.
No.
I always.
That's why you don't make cut.
That's what Paul said.
Ah, got him. Paul Ewer?
Yep.
Cool Paul? All right, cool. Paul Johnson's a pretty cool Paul, too.
So 1 straight there from that Star Viper.
All right.
Probably
Funky
a bank boost
barrel.
barrel roll. Nope,
Yep.
other way.
Nope, other way.
See, can't call it.
I don't know. Whatever. We're bad at this game. That's why we're here.
So, do you think we're going to see the hard 2 in here from Greer with a 1 bank boost and a focus?
Blue isn't damaged. You can't take a risk like that, I don't think.
I mean, he's still got crack. No, Greer doesn't have crack shot.
Yeah, see, 1 hard. No, 2 hard. That's,
You've got
yeah, 'cause he's
you've got it
stressed.
too hard because you're stressed.
Oh, my God. We're bad at this game.
Yep.
Can't call anything.
So 1 straight from this guy.
He still has crack shot, and he fires before Finn. Do you think the curvy bear? I don't think the curvy bear will get some crack shot, but can't curvy barrel roll out either.
So the question is Mitch goes through right here, what is it that he's going to struggle against, if anything?
I see a Torquil Swarm. That appears to be winning. I think maybe that, right? Like you make one of these 0. You can Seaver off a token, right? Yep. And these when you have 3 agility, if you don't have tokens, you're a very sad panda. What else is on the other table? I don't know. 1 second. Lean forward. Imperial Aces. I don't think so. I don't think that scares him too much. I got to play 2 KG. He out final salvos them. He does not out final salvo that Torkoal Swarm, right?
So
no, wait, 1, 2, 3, 13. 13? Am I right? 11.
So we've got Greer now.
13.
He's looking at range 2 into yellow, or, well, 1 crit.
Yeah, Greer has to not spend anything because he's
into yellow. And blanks. 1 focus. Does he spend it?
Yellow has...
So it takes shield on yellow.
Shield. All right. Interesting. He wants to see if he can kill Finn off the table. I don't think he can.
3 inch green. 2 hits. 2 evades. Getting just enough dice. So, blue, does he have a shot? Range 3 into pink. 3 into 3. Sorry, 3 into 4. So, 2 hits and a crit. And clean.
All right.
So, green now. 1 hit. And there's the evade.
So, quick update here. It sounds like
I think
the game
Triple
on the
Aces just...
Sounds like Ali just took it and will be heading to the top 4.
Versus 5 A-Wings. Imperial Aces has beaten 5 A-Wings.
4 hits into Finn.
He'll take it all and die.
Yep.
There's no permutation. There's nothing he can do.
Nothing he can do to not die there.
F in the chat, boys.
Can we get some Fs in chat for Finn there, please?
All right. Caitlin's way behind.
Yeah,
There's 12 minutes left.
Can he come back from this?
I never say never. But it looks bad.
All right, everybody, let's go ahead and switch back to table 2, see how things are happening on table 2.
Bartosz from Poland to advance through to the top 4.
Imps, 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 imps. The good guy faction has made it through. Everyone loves a Cinderella story, boys.
So here we see a hard one with green.
Just focus. I mean, you're gonna catch the one there. You don't need to be stressed if you don't want to be. Greer doesn't have the time. Greer's not gonna.
And he has to finish Jake and the Bandit because he needs 83 points to win. And that's the only way you can do it because you end up with 60 with these two. And then if you add him in there, it's 52. That ends up at 112. 1 point short of Daniel Taylor. So if you're Fen, okay, it was a range 3 shot, so that's why he rolled 4 dice. So it's all right. They rolled the correct amount of dice. We were wrong again. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Thanks, Brent. We're good. Just misleading stream angle.
Yep.
I was scared. My life flashed before my eyes.
Luckily, everything's just fine. So jeez. So you can't go straight at all because you got that debris, and then you're just conceding the game.
Yeah.
You need.
I mean, you could. There's the go all out strategy. 4K right over the debris.
Get Fenrir's health right. Yeah, I mean, and hope you don't roll a crit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a good plan.
No, it's not.
That might be the worst possible option.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, your best possible option is 2-turn, and it's bad.
Right.
I really don't like it. But I don't know what else you do. You're going to have Braylon behind you. Because Braylon probably, 1 banks, focuses, and, barrel rolls. Because if you fail at whatever.
You don't want to let Finn just talent roll on you, right? He probably won't, but there's nothing to lose from just 1 banking barrel rolling.
Well, and again, Braylon doesn't win him the game.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and switch. We got some attacking engagement here on the other table.
So range 2 here from blue to pink. Spence focus for 3. Takes one on to number pink.
Number pink.
Ooh, just one there.
It's Chad. Please report to Pod K for X-Wing.
Chad.
For Pod K.
Not well, chat.
Yeah.
Whole Twitch chat. Just report the podcast.
So what do you think? We see a 2-bank here from pink?
Arc front, sure, why not? I don't think.
I mean,
He's not. He's got to just. I would even just
hard
debate.
2 out and
Focus arc back. Like those Star Vipers have so many ways they can dodge you with just one with dialing on a 1 straight from blue and a 1 bank from green.
yeah, it's such a tricky matchup now for Caleb. It's just unfortunate he's not really been able to get all of his force engaged onto any one ship, and I think that's really what cost him in the initial engagement.
I mean, 2 dice versus 3 dice on defense. It's hard when they got mods. Sorry, I just touched your leg a little bit.
It's okay.
I'm not.
And there we see the hard 2.
Okay, you're right. Well, can't stress yourself because the 2R doesn't clear. Well, maybe you can. Whatever. Focus, rotate back, whatever. Fly off the board, Kalen. Go out your own way.
He can't kill you if you're not there.
Yeah, exactly. I decide how I die.
So that's a good move there by Mitch. Just doing the 1
I mean,
straight.
you have so many permutations from that barrel roll. Barrel focus.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that guy's not stressed for damage anyway.
Nope. So another 1 straight. He can do a boost and focus.
Yeah, I think you just focus boost here.
Yep. And then 1 straight there from yellow. So, Greer, do we think you're ending fast?
I don't know. I honestly don't.
I mean, if he's done, say,
5 straight rotate arc back boost.
yeah, possibly. Just on the hard 2.
Oh, no. Easy. It wasn't even scared.
Yeah. Get the free rotate, do the boost, take focus.
Yeah. I think his arc was already forward. He shot last turn. Don't want it, don't need it.
Oh, no, he's got blue.
Yeah. Focus.
2 eyeballs, Spencer focus for 2 hits. Spencer focus takes nothing. So, number pink into green. 1 hit, 1 crit, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you got him,
Optics
right?
for a hit crit. Spencer focus takes nothing.
Why wouldn't you shoot a blue?
So 2 shots into pink now.
Why wouldn't you shoot a blue?
2 evades.
Easy, outplayed.
And 2 hits. And 2
Outplayed
evades.
again.
High five.
Unbiased opinions.
All right, guys, we'll go ahead and take a look, see how things are going on the other table now.
I believe in Jonathan. All right.
Nope.
Slightly less.
All right.
So he's taking
Hit
2,
crit. Well, hit crit.
which is
Structural? Oh, no. It's
it disabled power regulator.
disabled power regulator. It was. Racking my brain.
It probably doesn't matter. I don't know that he's gonna.
He's already engaged, but
Yeah.
next turn he's going to be Ion.
Right.
And that's actually huge because
Oh, he won't be able to turn around.
he won't be able to turn around.
Right.
He has to turn around this turn.
Yep.
And
like 4K in front of wedge style turnaround.
yeah,
Right.
and hope that wedge like turned in front of you. And I mean, I think we've seen that Daniel Taylor's just not going to make that mistake because I think that's game.
Yeah. I would say it would take a large mistake to get out of that hole.
Yeah. Well, and he's got half on Fen now.
Yep. Because
So
to win, Jonathan needs to destroy 107, which is like Wedge and Braylon, without taking a damage.
All right, real quick here for the people at home, we still have these 2 games finishing up here. There's a few minutes left, but looking at the score, we pretty much know who's going to be the winner on each side. We're going to go ahead and flip to the table here in a little bit to answer a couple of the questions. Yes, we have one more game, but there is going to be a break where the goal is to start the top 4 at 7 o'clock. Now, there's also people asking if I'm going to commentate the top 4 game. I don't know, maybe I gotta do a throat check first to see if I'm not coughing the entire time. We'll see, but we're gonna go ahead and throw it back to our table here. There it is with Darren and Duncan. See how things are checking out here.
And the one bank.
So, Dion, what is involved in a throat check?
Well, you're a nurse, so I'm going to have you give me just a clean bill of health before I can commentate.
I always carry a tongue depressor on me.
You see?
Check your gag reflex. It's fine. And this is how you never get invited on Gold Squadron ever again.
Switching to table 2.
Four straight boost. He closes S-foil, so I'm assuming he's going to
Yeah.
focus boost here.
Because if Finn Rao even gets a shot on Wedge, he's off the board.
Yep.
Or not necessarily off the board, but, facing the wrong direction with 1 minute left.
In a position where all of Daniel's ships are going to be able to easily know where he's going.
Is it the 4K? I'm in. Give me the 4K.
Do it.
Yeah. That looks like a 4K.
I think you had to.
Yeah, I mean, you legitimately had to. There was no other option because you're one straighting next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so Finn Rao needs to take this shot, destroy whichever ship it is in front of him that's Blount, which is
full.
Feasible.
Feasible, but he has to natty
out.
Not
die to Braylon, and then one straight, and then one shot.
Braylon?
2 ships.
Yeah.
That's going to be... All right, we're asking a lot here.
Come on, Finn. All right, so here's the 5
But
dice
maybe we
shot.
can make Blount regret the damage he did earlier.
Yep.
2. All right,
2.
That in fact will not do it. Oh,
Disrespect.
Blount with the disrespect
of
evades.
No.
All right, and then that's an ion token for Finn Rao. That's an...
Did they put the ion down?
I don't know if that's... I don't know. That's a lock token.
Is that the ion? No, yeah, that's a lock.
All right, they got it. We're good.
Hey.
Oh,
wow, natties.
This might be the end of Finn Rao.
There it is. Can we get some natties in chat for the end of that game? I told you. See, now they're carrying the body into the wake.
Well, I'm very impressed with, both players, of course,
yes.
But Jonathan hanging on for, we kept saying maybe it's time to turn in, maybe it's time to turn in, but...
All right, guys, let's go ahead and switch back to table 1 to see the conclusion of that game.
I think we need to take this crit off. You flipped that down a while ago, didn't he? All right, I think the table has a couple-minute time extension. What do you think, a 2-bank from Kalen here? Oh no.
Well, he's going in hard. He's going to try and get this.
Just focus, right?
Yep.
All right.
So range 1 into green. If he gets, he could still do this.
Focus.
Spend it.
Violence, violence, violence.
Now, if we get a blank out here, then that's a dead Star Viper. No. Takes 2. Blocks.
Half points on green.
And that is time in the round.
All right, it's over.
So there we see Mitchell Rabb winning 180 points to 74. Okay. I'm going to be signing off now. I think the top 4 game is going to be covered by Dion and Asa Graf.
Wait, no. What's our sign out? What's your sign out?
I've not thought of this.
Oh, you've been here all week and you haven't done a sign out?
Well, Ace has normally been managing me, so
okay.
I'm not allowed to think for myself.
Okay, cool. Well, all right. This is Duncan Howard and Darren Granger, right?
Yes.
Darren Granger.
Stranger danger, Darren Granger.
Yes. Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.